many companies that do software development, modernization work like we do incremental modernization. That allows us to move piece by piece to the cloud. So we don't have to build the entire system at once. But in those highly regulated industries, again, the risk still wasn't worth it. Now with AI, we have a better picture of the system and we can build better guardrails to reduce that risk, to improve the quality, so that we can move, if that's the decision that's made, in a way that we would not have been comfortable with in the past.
Welcome to GenAI Talks.
Hey, welcome back. We are here at GenAI Talks. It's your host, Samuel J. Cummins III, and we're back for the round 2 for this session. We're here with Carson Solutions to talk a little bit about how the world is about to change. Can you introduce yourself, share a little bit about your company and what you're doing?
Absolutely. So my name is Amanda Mahoney. I am a growth manager with Carson Solutions. I've been supporting their innovation center for about 10 years. And Carson Solutions is a company, we've been around for about 15 years, supporting primarily U.S. government agencies working in highly regulated space to take their old systems, transform them, help them add new capabilities and enhance what they're doing to meet their mission, and then continually working just to help them continually prepare for the future. And something that we have that we're really excited about that we've brought out recently is our platform called Redux. And what Redux does is it allows the teams that are working on our projects, but also teams that work on similar projects where they're handling very old legacy systems. We're talking systems that are 50, 60 years old that may be starting to lose expertise as the workforce shrinks. We built our platform to basically help teams come in and better understand those legacy systems so they can plan to how they'll move them in the future.
So how do you break the ice in that? Do people know they have a problem and they need the help? Are you kind of coming in to get them educated on the opportunity? Where are we? Because, I hear that most of our systems, a lot of them run on legacy systems. So today we're using 50-year-old technology. Tell me, unpack that for the people.
Yeah, there's a lot of reasons why somebody might decide to move off their legacy system. And in the case of Redux, a lot of times the systems we're talking about are actually so old, they're mainframe systems. And they've been on these mainframe systems for a very long time because in the past, moving them was very risky. You're talking about things that hold financial information or maybe personal or healthcare information, right? So we don't want to move that and have it be an issue, have it lose data, because that would be catastrophic for either an enterprise or a government agency. The problem is it creates sort of a house of cards effect. Many of these systems are what we call monolithic, meaning the components between them are tightly coupled. And if you pull one card out of the house of cards, the entire thing might topple. But now we've had 2 major technology changes that allow us to move. One is, over the years, we've developed an incremental modernization, right? Many companies that do software development, modernization work like we do incremental modernization. That allows us to move piece by piece to the cloud. So we don't have to build the entire system at once. But in those highly regulated industries, again, the risk still wasn't worth it. Now with AI, we have a better picture of the system and we can build better guardrails to reduce that risk, to improve the quality, so that we can move, if that's the decision that's made, in a way that we would not have been comfortable with in the past.
Wow. And I think about this in a very tactical way. You got a bowl of spaghetti. How are you going to untangle it? And I think that really goes to this example here, where we're dealing with the problem of complexity and entropy. The more relationships between these systems, the more connected they are, the more complex, but also the more room for stuff to go wrong if you remove one piece like you're mentioning. How is that art and science overlap as you come into these companies? And what are maybe some things that you find that most people might not be aware of just working on that problem themselves?
As spaghetti is a great metaphor. We sometimes call it the ball of mud. And it's the same idea, right? You start pulling one piece apart and you're yanking the ball down and then the whole system falls apart. And you may not be able to see all of the pieces that are inside. So what we've done with our platform is, again, we use AI to better understand the relationships between all of the components. And what we've done is go in and really map all of that out. And we've done it in a way where we really center it on the experience of the user so that at the end, we're matching that functionality that the user expects. A real concern when going into these systems is what we might call dead code, or I like to call it zombie code. It's all of these little pieces that are buried underneath the system that we may not necessarily need to meet that functionality when we move. And in the past, when we've just sort of lifted and shifted or automated and moved things over, that zombie code comes with, and now we might have security issues. It's not a problem when it moves initially, but now we've left the back door open and something later can come along and really, introduce a new level of risk that was unanticipated. So the other piece for us is to have a human in the loop type process where we can better understand why that unanticipated code is there. So to map everything and then to work with the subject matter experts, to work with the business analysts, to go back through to look at those system diagrams and blueprints that we build and see, hey, this isn't connected to anything. Is that a functionality that we missed? Do we need to go back and understand the user better? Or is this something that was maybe plumbing from the previous system that now we can get rid of because we don't want it to be a security issue later?
And there's all these decisions like the human appendix. Yep. Do I still need it? Maybe not, but to have surgery to remove it is a decision.
Yes.
And is that a good parallel for this, making a big decision on, do I want to move my architecture? But when you remove it, if you're having pains, you're going to feel a lot better.
That's true. And the thing is, at the end of the day, it's all about resources. It's about how we use our time and our intellect efficiently. And so we want to give ourselves the best picture of our system so we can decide and make that decision together as a team and together with our customer to determine, yes, this is the capability that we want. This is how we meet the mission. And we've come into it with full understanding and full transparency.
Man, this is such an interesting role. I can't wait to keep following what you're doing. I had to give it to you. What's your big bet?
I think our big bet as a whole is people really understanding how they can use their AI agents and the AI that comes in the future next as a true expert member of their team, and really think about what that means to build a team that collaborates around, that can get really powerful insights from their AI expert and really use it to supercharge their work that they're doing in the future.
All right, so make your AI your Jarvis for those that are Marvel fans. Make it your Alfred if you're a Batman person. And if you can in any way, definitely take a consideration. If you're working and managing legacy systems, there's an opportunity in front of you that companies like Karsun can bring you to a whole new world. How can people follow Karsun and stay tuned?
They can follow us at either carson-llc.com if they want to learn more about our consulting practice, or if they're interested in our Redux platform, they can visit us at goredux.ai.
Goredux.ai, huh? I'll see y'all there.
Big ideas, real tools, bold moves. That's what GenAI Talks is all about. Don't miss what's next. Subscribe and explore more in our GenAI community.